So we're off to Upper Canada Village, and naturally the transportation from the marina to the village, the Pioneer Village, is via train. So we're waiting for our train.
Okay. Can you wave at her?
Other lands remaining have to be managed, and so the Sailboat's Parks Commission was created. Today the commission includes more than 7,000 acres of parkland and historical attractions. Now everyone can enjoy Upper Canada Village and Fort Anne.
The train ride takes us several miles along the banks of the St. Lawrence and takes us past the Battle of Chrysler Farm, National Historic Site, where British forces defeated an American force on this site in the War of 1812. So this is the drive motor for a mid-19th century sawmill, water-driven sawmill. So I'm guessing the water drives an impeller. It's in that wooden tube there, and the impeller drives this arm. And I don't know, guessing the saw up there, and then that moves the lumber along the raft. And this is the upstairs of that same sawmill. So the mechanism that moves the log along, the cradle on the bottom is on rails, and a vertical saw sawing lumber. Oh, okay. Here's the mill pond and the sluiceway that feeds the mill. Here's a little dam they control the depth of the mill pond with. Cabinet and chair maker.
Cabinet and chair maker, yeah.
What are you making right now?
Oh, this is just a couple of handles for the broom maker.
Oh, cool.
And I've been working on this sash up to now, just making windows.
Perfect. This is the wool factory. Looks like there's a lot of moving parts in there. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, you can rub it on your face.
Some kind of a wool machine. So here's the mill driving the wool factory. Pretty heavy duty machinery for making wool. These little tins all over the place to catch the lube oil for the machinery. Bellamy saw steam flour mills. Cool. I'm guessing this machine sorts the different grades of flour? Yeah?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So there's holes in that silk
Yeah.
that cover the drum. The first 2/3, only white flour is actually large enough to fit through any of the holes in there.
Okay.
So everything else keeps moving. So the middlings and shorts and brands, those are the 3 parts we sift out when we're making white flour.
Okay. And what do you do with the other stuff?
Animal feed.
Okay. Cool.
And where does it just fall through down in here?
So these gates actually lift up.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
cool.
It collects above them, and then just
Awesome.
the doors smack, and away you go.
Cool, thank you.
And more hoppers. Machinery that drives the sorting machine we just saw. I'm guessing this big axle here is driving the mill wheel. It actually grinds the flour. See this one or that one over there. I don't know. Something happens and flour gets made.
Steam moves forward, the direction changes in this box, now the steam pushes it back, and with that back and forth motion, I turn that small wheel, which turns that large wheel, which turns another wheel further back with a clutch. So if we couldn't run on water, and that was the cheapest way to run, then we would fire up the boiler. Once we're up to pressure, we'd engage the clutch further back, open up this valve, and the whole mill will be up and running, basically on steam.
Blacksmith.
Pretty hot standing over there.
Well, it is and it isn't actually.
Yeah?
We're using bits mount coal. The difference between coals is that this is more of a centralized heat, more of a heat that stays within the core.
Oh.
A lot of the coals that they use in stoves is a radiating heat.
Yeah.
So that coal stove would use the radiating heat. If you tried to fuel your home by bits mount, you'll be frozen in the winter.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of livestock here. Horses, cattle, pigs, turkeys, geese. Some baby horses. So we are currently waiting for the return of the tow scow. So this would be a horse-drawn boat ride. Tow scow. Horse-drawn barge.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome aboard the Tow Scow. This is a cargo vessel or a workboat. We would not carry passengers. Right now, you are down in our hold. The benches are a modification. They would not be there. That area would be full of boxes, barrels, lumber, grain, coal, anything that needed inexpensive transportation. Presently, we're being pulled by Helen the horse. And we would use a horse from time to time along our route. Maybe in a harbor or a lock station, or a segment of canal. The river up to the mill pond. And the mill pond's elevation is 8 feet above our canal level. So the water drops the 8 feet, and that's what powers up the mill. And any excess, we spill out over the top of that weir there. Sometimes the recirculating pump isn't on, like right now, and the water level, all the water will have spilled out. Actually, now there's a recirculating pump on, so our water levels drop.
Wow.
Water, yeah.
Watch your hands. Keep them in the boat now, on the end of your arms.
Oh my goodness, we're trying to get everywhere. You're gonna hurt me if you stand on me.
This is the fromagerie, the cheese factory. How much cheese do you make here?
Well, we make 90-pound wheels that fit in those rounds.
90-pound wheels, and how frequently do you make one of them?
About 5 days a week, one of them. We also have the dye. The dye, it was mandatory for the longest time after Canada because it was so expensive to eat cheese. We shipped most of it to England, and they made us have the dye so that they could tell us to import it much easier.
Right.
Being that it's a different color, they know it's from a different country.
Okay. The view of Upper Canada Village from the top of the signal tower or the blockhouse. It's a nice place.